Last week we closed out the January season, and 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 Garage is the truck to beat here tonight. Will they hang on to the flag? Find out next. Welcome into a brand new season here on Smashdown. Thank you guys for joining us here tonight, right here on the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel. I am your host tonight, Steve Bad to the Bones Jones, and we're going to be kicking it off with 8 of the greatest diecast monster trucks ready to rip up the arena floor for all of you watching at home. Get geared up because round 1 action is about to get underway. Wildfire making its debut to take on Invader. UFO is back to take on No Problem. Jeffrey Skipper, Monster Energy takes on Executioner, and then Classroom Crusher gets a shot at the champion, 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 Garage, and that is how round 1 action is going to be getting us started. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video to make sure you check up on all of the overall point standings by the end of the night, because right now we're getting round 1 kicked off and underway. Corbin Jocelyn making his MTA debut here tonight, the brand new Wildfire, Calvin Carrington's old ride over there on the outside lane. He is now set to take on the overall points champion from the January season, Brandon Jager and Invader, the Ford camp on the inside lane. Here's the green light now. Down the straightaway they go to kick off the February season. Invader now with a slight lead on the inside. Some big time air, and over goes the Wildfire machine on the outside lane. Corbin Jocelyn couldn't hold on to it over that final jump, but Brandon Jager and Invader looking like he advances on into our semifinal showdown. As we go back and check out our Crush This replay, Invader on the inside lane with a big time lead, some major air, nice sky wheelie, sets it down, a little pogo right there, and then Wildfire getting crossed up on the van stack down inside of that racing lane. So he's upside down for the night. MTA track crew and officials are out there making sure he's good to go and getting ready to roll the Wildfire back over. He didn't tear it up too bad. He just got crossed up out of that racing lane, hit that van stack right there in the center of the track, and tumbled on over. Wildfire out of competition for the night, and Invader will be moving on into our semifinal action. And next up here tonight in round 1, it's Iron Mike Lanford returning in the No Problem Ford Bronco, a truck he built and sent over here to the MTA YouTube channel, ready to rock the house against one of the long-time veterans, MTA Hall of Famer James Villancourt, back here tonight in the UFO Ford, driving for the KJ Motorsports race team. He is now set to take on the Ford Bronco in No Problem. A couple of veterans here tonight in round 1. The green light goes down. UFO's got a whole shot, but No Problem right there with him. Here comes Lanford. He's in trouble, turning it over right before the finish line. What a matchup, as James Villancourt and the UFO Ford will come away with a victory here in round 1 competition. What a matchup that was. They were seemingly side by side all the way down to that finish line. As we go back, take another look at your Crush This replay. Again, side by side, they go up now over the first jump. Watch Lanford on the inside lane, gets a little cattywampus right there in no man's land, kicks him sideways. It looks like he may have broke a rear axle on that truck, and that's what made the right side push the left side inward. And now you see the MTA track crew and officials are down there as they get ready to roll him back over. James Villancourt and UFO will move on into our semifinal action, and as you can see, it's broken off the knuckle right there of the No Problem Ford Bronco, so you can, I guess, say he's got some major problems here tonight in round 1. No Problem out of competition here tonight, and UFO will advance on in the semis, and we'll be taking on Invader to get us started over there. But right now, we're on the latter half of round 1. We're taking a look at Nathan Smith in the Executioner machine. He's driving for the Crush This race team. He is now ready to go against the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, back in Monster Energy, ready to rock this house over here on the outside lane. He is driving for the Renegades Motorsports race team, ready to go in that brand new truck. He just debuted it late last year. Let's see what he's got against Executioner. Renegades taking on Crush This. Here's the green light now, and down the straightaway they go. They're pretty much even, up and over the first jump. Now they'll shoot out to the finish line and contact in the shutdown area. What a matchup. Renegades and Crush This. The grudge match goes back for years now, and we're going to see who got the win here tonight in round 1. Again, they were even. You see Skipper on the outside. He keeps it pretty mellow. Nice sky wheelie by Nathan Smith, and Executioner shootout over the final set of cars, and Monster Energy will pick up a win here tonight over Executioner, and it was not by much, but Crush This will be back by next week. I can guarantee you that. But now we get set and ready to close out round one action. The kid that's been making a lot of enemies out here, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜, Classroom Crusher. He made his MTA debut just a couple of months ago, and he's already racked up 4 championship wins. He's ready to go on the inside lane and take on defending champion 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿 in 𝐽𝐝 Garage, trying to hang on to that flag. Here's the green light now, and down the straightaway they go. Classroom Crusher with a slight lead on the inside now. 𝐬𝐿 in trouble, and 𝐽𝐝 will take a win as Classroom Crusher turns it upside down right here, going over the final set of cars. And ladies and gentlemen, 𝐬𝐿 in the Classroom Crusher has been making a lot of history out here, but right now he comes up just short here in round one. As we go back and look at the Crush This replay, nice air by both drivers. Classroom Crusher sets it down, maybe lost a sway bar right there, shot him towards the inside of that van stack on the inside lane, and 𝐽𝐮 and 𝐽𝐝 will hang on to that championship flag here, moving on in the semifinal competition. He will go one-on-one with the Iceman, Monster Energy, over there in our semifinal matchup. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We started with 8 trucks. We're now down to the final 4. Flags on the line, and so are the points. We'll return next.
It's bigger. This is the 10th anniversary of Crush This, a Monster Truck podcast brought to you by J Concepts. The Monster Truck Conductor Bradshaw and Dan 𝐶𝐶. Strap in and hold on tight. This is Crush This.
And welcome back to Smashdown, ladies and gentlemen. What a wild piece of action we had in round one. We saw 3 rollovers out of those 4 matchups, and right now semifinal action coming at you as we take a look at Invader. Going to go one-on-one with UFO, and then Monster Energy set to take on 𝐽𝐝 Garage, a semifinal matchup that is full of veterans. And speaking of veterans, it's the 2025 MTA Hall of Famer, 𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 UFO, back here tonight for the first time in a long time, and he's going to take on another long-time veteran. These two have battled it out many, many years, and they're ready to go one more time in semifinal action. Brandon Jager and Invader, 𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 UFO. Here's the green light now. Who's going to the finals? And off the line, UFO's got the whole shot on him. Sky wheelie by 𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿. Invader takes the win. That was a major sky wheelie by 𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 in the UFO Ford on the inside lane. We're going to go back and take another look at our Crush This replay. UFO had a lead on him. Watch, he hits the first jump, sends it straight up and down, right on the tailgate, rides out a wheelie through no man's land, but Invader capitalized on the mistake, and Invader will move on into the final round showdown. Brandon Jager was the overall points champion for the January season, and it looks like he's heading in the right direction here to get us started in February. But the question remains, who will he meet there in that final round showdown? Because right now, the defending and reigning Smashdown champion, Jason 𝐶𝐶 Craddock out of Dallas, Texas. There you see him in 𝐽𝐝 on the outside lane, now set to take on the Renegades Motorsports race team driver, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper. Monster Energy ready to go on the inside. Here's the green light to go to the finals. Flag on the line. They're even down the straightaway. Up now over the first jump, and it's a close matchup as both trucks kind of die off right there, getting into the finish line area. But a great matchup between 2 great veteran drivers who have been with Monster Truck Attitude for several years. Let's go back and look at the Crush This replay. You see 𝐽𝐝 goes up and Monster Energy goes down. Both of them trying to figure out a great concept to get this track navigated. And right there at the line, 𝐽𝐝 Garage, Jason Craddock will take home a win by about a tire length over Monster Energy here tonight. So the flag will stay on the back of 𝐽𝐝 Garage. The finals are coming up next. The overall points champion takes on the defending flag holder. This one ought to be a dandy. Ladies and gentlemen, you better not go anywhere. The finals are next. Hey guys, Steve here with Monster Truck Attitude. If you ever thought about signing up for one of the MTA events, be sure to head over to Facebook and find our group, Monster Truck Attitude. That is where we hold all the registrations to get into these racing events, and you can see your name in lights right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Be a part of the family and get ready to lock and load on some of the greatest diecast monster truck racing. It is time for the final round showdown here tonight, week 1 of the February season on Smashdown. Brandon Jager, your January season overall points champion, looking to take home his 2nd Smashdown win in his MTA career. But he will now take on the man who came into the January season as champion and left as champion. Now he comes into the February season as defending champion once again. flag on the line. Who takes home the win in week 1? It's showtime here tonight down the straightaway. Invader and Gas Monkey side by side. Shoot out to the finish line, and what a matchup! And Gas Monkey turns it over inside of the shutdown area. We are still not sure who got the racing win here tonight in the final round showdown. As you saw, Brandon Jagger and Invader got a little crossed up just before the finish line, but Jason Craddock turns it over. Here's a look at the replay. Both drivers are pretty much even. Watch now, up and over the first jump. Invader goes way high. Gas Monkey keeps it low to the ground. You see Invader get crossed up, but right there at the line, Gas Monkey at the point of no return. We're still not sure who got the win. We're going to zoom in right here and put the line on the screen. Gas Monkey's tire has broke the finish line. He will get the win over Invader here tonight and a wild, spectacular finish here on Smashdown. So, ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight and still reigning Smashdown champion, Jason Sensation in Gas Monkey. What a wild finish out here to kick off the February season. I've never seen something as close as that or as wild as that. But right now, we got to take a look at the overall point standings. And with tonight's big win, Gas Monkey leads with 100 points at the top of the mountain. Invader right behind him with 90 as he made it to the semifinals. In semifinals, it was 80 points for Monster Energy and UFO in the remaining bracket at 75 points each as they got eliminated earlier tonight in round 1. So Gas Monkey Garage takes the overall win here tonight and puts himself at the top of the points bracket, and we got a lot more great racing still to come throughout the February season. Thank you guys so much for watching at home, supporting us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We appreciate it very, very much, and we cannot do this without you. I tell you all that each and every time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road.